I've been doing comic conventions based on The Hobbit, so I thought it'd be nice if this book got reprinted. But I did not want to reprint it as just what the book was. I wanted to reprint it, all the material in it. So this is the cover of the newest version of the book, which should be out in several weeks. The original Kingdom of the Dwarves, I worked with a writer named Rob Walsh. As I was developing the idea for the book, I actually tried a couple different writers, and then I just happened to mention to Rob that I was working on this book, and he actually had expertise in the Norse legends, which totally tie in with the dwarves. Interesting thing about the book was that Rob wrote the back half of the book as I was doing the drawings for the front half, and then we just switched. When the revamp came up that we're doing right now, we kept most of the original writing, but then the new book is much longer than the original book. It's much more deluxe. It has a lot more full color in it. The original book had a lot of black and white work because back when we printed it, the color printing wasn't as prominent. So we did have color printing in it, but not tons. So when the new book came out, one of the advantages of the new book was that we could then take all the artwork and do it color. So this is a print of one of the pieces from the book. It's called Hall of Dragons. This is what it looked like in the original book, which was all line work. And then when I did it in the new book, it's a full color painting. All the new pieces I wrote all the work for. So now both Rob and I will be credited as writers on it. This is the first time I'm going to get a writing credit on a book. I think I pitched it about 3 years ago. And it's taken up until this April to do it. And part of it is because I was redoing a lot of it. I had to redesign the whole book. And I had to come up with a whole lot of new material. We kept most of the color pieces. There was a couple I had sold, but I wanted to redo those pieces anyway. There was a lot of aspects of the new book that really make it much more exciting for me, and that we had an opportunity to do a lot more double-page spreads. One of the aspects of the first book that I used a lot of pen and ink and watercolor because I was doing a lot of comics and we were doing pen and ink and watercolor in that. And when I did this book, over the course of the years between when I did the original book and this book, I stopped using the line work so much. I sort of put it in with the watercolor, but it's much less of a solid line, and there's a lot more painting involved with it. We had to balance out black and white and color because of the cost of color printing back when it was originally printed was much more expensive. So we had none of those restrictions with this book. I mean, that's one of the advantages of modern printing and production. So I'm pretty excited about it. Loved working on the writing on Kingdom of the Dwarves. I pitched the idea to IDW Comics. They liked the idea, and so they're going to do the book now.